Hi friends, welcome to episode number 22 of our procurement and sourcing series. In this episode, we will discuss about the delivery schedule capability in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. With that note, let's quickly jump into today's topic. So let's quickly get into today's topic of delivery schedule. So this is one of the important functionality within Dynamics 365 which helps you to plan your delivery lines compared to the order lines. And by fundamental definition, what delivery schedule means all about is delivery schedule allows you to track order line quantity when you are using multiple deliveries against a single purchase order line. So against each and every purchase order line, you can plan your delivery schedules by negotiating or discussing with the vendors and how you want to plan these deliveries. For example, let me get into the Microsoft Docs page. For example, if you are making an order for a total quantity of 600 chairs, and you don't want all these 600 chairs to pile up in your inventory on day one, and you want to have these 600 chairs every 100 chairs per month, right? So if you, that's the kind of scenario which you have, but at the same time you have made a commitment to the vendor, right? So you know, to take 600 chairs for the next 6 months, but on the day one you don't want all these 600 chairs. In those cases, you can prepare a delivery schedule against each and every order line. In that case, 6 months on the first day of each month, on any specific day during which you want these chars to be delivered. So you can configure those kind of scenarios by using this option called a delivery schedule in Dynamics 365. So let me go back to the presentation. So the fundamental definition is using the delivery schedule, you can track these order lines, at the same time create multiple delivery schedules. Even if you want, you can change the site and warehouse and the receipt dates for each and every delivery lines. So how to create these delivery lines? That's what we're going to see first of all in the system. So let's me get back to Dynamics 365 screen. Just we will quickly create a purchase order. So when we create a purchase order, we follow the same process of creating the purchase order, add the site and warehouse. The type of the purchase type will be a purchase order. And then we need to add a line. And then after adding the line, let me add a item number. The Surface Pro laptop. Let's say we want to have 600 laptops. Um, 600 laptops for the next 3 months. Okay, so now I want to split this order line. This is the order line into multiple delivery lines. How we do that? By simply selecting the line and then go to purchase order lines, and then on the top we have an option called delivery schedule. So before getting to the delivery schedule, you need to primarily do the kind of discussions which you want to do with your vendor, plan your delivery schedules, and based on those delivery schedules whichever discussed and approved, you come back to Dynamics 365 and then incorporate those changes in the system. For example, if you see when the moment when the delivery line is created, it's created with the line number 2, and it is not, and the order line is by default taken as line number 1. So for any line, when a new delivery schedule is created, it is created with the next particular number in the order of the sequence, and it is completely different from the order line. So that is the first point which we need to note. And you can also see this is against the specific item number in case if you have multiple order lines. This delivery line, for example, if I want the line number 2 to be, let's say I want to receive 200 quantity on the beginning of December. Let's say I'll keep it as 2nd of December, and then let me create a new line. The moment we create a new line, it gets added as a new delivery line with the additional quantity which we want to receive. Let's say I want to receive another 100 quantity in the second shipment, which I am expecting in the month of January, 1st of January. And then let me create another line, fourth line, with the balance all the remaining quantity 300 to be received in the beginning of Feb. So let me keep it as, or in the middle of Feb. Let me keep it as 13th of Feb. So even if we try to increase the quantity, system will allow us from the delivery schedule standpoint, because only thing is here, once we update the delivery line quantity, the order line, whatever we have, the parent line, what we have, the order quantity gets updated over there also. So for example, let's say if I update this quantity to 320, so the last delivery I want additional 20 quantity during the month of February. You can also see the remaining quantity become negative. So once if we click on OK, system will throw a prompt saying that the remaining quantity is not zero. But anyway, if you want to copy the allocate the charges from the order line to the delivery line, because all these three are the line number 2, 3, 4 are delivery lines, and the order line is line number 1. So if you want to allocate the charges from the order line to the delivery line, in case if you are not sure about what the charges is, we have already published the episodes regarding charge codes. I will share the code. Please do check out the same in case of if you have missed it. So you can allocate to delivery lines for the charges which are applicable, and then you can simply click on OK. So once we click on OK, you can see the remaining quantity is negative. The remaining quantity is not zero. Do you want to update the order line for the delivery schedule? So once if we click on yes, the order line, whatever we have, the line number 1 will get updated with the quantity as 620 instead of 600. So let me go ahead and confirm it to yes. So now you can see the separate order lines got created. So here, if you see here, the quantity in the order line, the first line is the order line, and the respective second, third, and fourth or the respective delivery lines. So you can also see the type where the parent-child relationship is virtually seen for the users, and you can identify from this also whether it is a delivery line or a order line. And also in case of the order line, you also can see the net amount is not applied, but it is applied only to the respective delivery lines. And the quantities whatever we gave in that wizard for the delivery schedule, all those quantities also applied in the delivery lines. So so now all these order lines are processed individually. Let me go back to the presentation. The delivery lines can have different delivery dates, quantities, modes of delivery, storage dimensions such as site and warehouse. So that's the whole idea of having these delivery lines. For example, if I want to have the second line to be delivered in warehouse 12 and third line to be delivered in warehouse 13, fourth line to be delivered in warehouse 14. Sorry, maybe warehouse 14 is not there. Okay, let me select another warehouse. Maybe let me keep it the test warehouse 13 itself. So let's say if this is the configuration which we want to have, I don't want to receive all the laptops, the Surface Pro in the same warehouse. I want it in different delivery dates in different locations. And even if I want, I can go ahead and change the address. Let's say the last delivery, I want it in Redmond and not in Galvin. So if I want, I can change the delivery address, and then even if you want, you can change the mode of delivery. So here I can update the mode of delivery. I can have separate mode of delivery for each and every order lines. So I can change to air one, because based on the urgencies, if you want to plan in advance, then you can use these delivery modes, and then you can have separate requested receipt date. So here also you can see the receipt dates gets updated based on what we have done in the delivery schedule wizard. So so that's what I have written in the presentation also. So you can have different delivery dates, quantities, modes of delivery, and storage dimensions based on your business specific requirements. And the fourth point is document printouts for orders and quotations. When I say quotations, specifically it is related to sales quotations and sales order lines, where you can also do the same configuration of delivery schedule, and that have a delivery schedule show only the delivery lines, which is very important. So when you take any documents for printout, and if you want to send it across with your internal stakeholders or external stakeholders over a mail, let's say if I take a confirmation, let me go ahead and confirm this purchase order. So once if I confirm this purchase order, each and every delivery line are taken separately for the transaction postings. So if I go to journals and let's quickly take a preview of the printed document, the document which you want to send it across over a email. In those cases, the document will contain only the delivery lines. If you see here, the line number 2, 3, 4 are there, but not the line number 1. So which means the order line will not be available in your printout documents, only the delivery lines will be available. So by which you can also view the requested receipt date is the respective dates which we selected, and also the warehouses where we want these deliveries, right? So that's the whole idea. So the order lines will not be available in your print documents. And also the point which I want to highlight here is orders that have a delivery schedule or processed against the delivery lines. Processing includes the posting of packing slips in the case of the sales order, and product receipts and invoice. So which means that what we want, the moment you create a delivery schedule against your order line, the order lines will not be treated for posting of any of these documents. Only your delivery lines will be taken for posting the product receipts and invoice. So let me go back to the screen. What it effectively means is, let's say if we try to receive this particular purchase order, the D365 will not consider the order line number one. It's going to consider only the delivery lines. So let me go ahead and check the product receipt. So here you can see only the delivery lines which are visible over here. And let's say for this month, I just want to receive only the line number one, delivery line number one. So let me delete the other lines. And this is the only line which I want to receive for this month receipt. And I can give a product receipt date, and then I can quickly complete this product asset. So once I give the reference number, and I can receive only the second line but not the third and fourth line. So even if I go to product asset, you can see only we have received the 200 quantity which we have added for the delivery for this month in warehouse 12, because the next month delivery is going to come in warehouse 13. So that should be received only during the next month and not in this month. And even if you go to invoice, if I try to invoice this posting, even in invoice also, since we have selected the product receipt quantity, we are able to see only this line. But in the other case, if I select the order quantity, let me click on OK. Okay, let me try to change the setting as of now. That's fine. We can view only the delivery lines, but not the order lines. You can see the quantities which comes actually from the delivery line, but we will not be able to view the order line in the invoice also. So that's the whole idea of using delivery schedule in Microsoft Dynamics 365. So this will be very handy in terms of whenever you want to manage multiple deliveries against a specific order line, and you just don't want to simply overload your inventory and have the burden of inventory carrying cost. Instead, take those materials based on the respective months or seasonal demands. So this is one of the important functionality within Dynamics 365. So that brings us to the end of this episode. And in the next episode, we will be discussing about purchase trade agreements, which is yet another important capability within procurement and sourcing in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel D365 Talks to get notified whenever I post videos related to Microsoft Dynamics 365 F&O, Microsoft, or Microsoft Copilot. I'll catch you soon in episode number 23, where we will discuss in detail about purchase trade agreements. Sriram Sivashankaran signing off.